Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Travis, aka Travesty. Today I'm coming at you guys with a video on how to min-max your PvP PvE setup. Now, we're going to see how long it takes us to get about 100 of these AP enhancers. AP is good for PvE and PvP. These AP enhancers last about 5 minutes. And a couple things that you'll need for this is you'll need level 20 Velia node investment. You'll want to have gotten a garb and made it a costume. So this 15% is nice but not needed, but if you make it a costume, then you'll get more amity from that. You also want to get your Villa turning gate buff to get 10% more amity there. You'll want to have a soured pickled fish for 5% amity, and then you also want the Amity Elixir. There's a 20% that sometimes sits on the market, and then there's their 30%. I had to craft these myself on NA because it was quite hard. And so now I'm going to go through the steps of getting the an AP enhancer. So you're going to look here, and you're going to want to do this 3 times in a row. Your goal is to talk with the Lustin and not get failed to spark interest. Once you have enough amity with all these NPCs, you should be able to get 100% sparking interest rate. And so if it's anything but fail, you basically pass it. So look, I got lucky on this first one. So you do three conversations to get the amount of amity you need to get out of this conversation with enough to unlock the shop. So it says I got 358, but because of my buffs, I actually got 660. So that's why the buffs are really important for this. And then you're going to buy whichever AP that you use. For me specifically, I use melee AP, and this is going to be 3 AP increase. And you only need 12 per hour. Look, I just got 13 from that. So this is a 3 AP increase for 1 hour, essentially. And you could also min-max your PvP this way, too, by doing this for the melee damage reducer, magic damage reducer, range damage reducer. It's not something I've done yet, but maybe if I get like 1,000 or 10,000 of these melee AP enhancers, then I'll work on the melee damage reduction, range damage reduction, magic damage reductions. These can be stacked on top of on top of your perfume, on top of your harmony. So it makes it so that this is just 3 extra AP on top. So as you can see, I got lucky in this second conversation as well. So I think we're going to get out of this with 500 amity plus, and we're going to be able to buy 10 more of the AP enhancers. So I'm just going to try to speed run this as best as I can to 100 amity. Eventually we're going to fail here, and the goal is to have enough amity that you can open the shop after you've talked with this guy 3 times in a row. So this is the second time, you know, everything's good. If the next one makes me fail, then it's just going to add some extra time. So it didn't make me fail. So we get another 10 plus elixirs from this conversation. And this is just an easy way to increase your AP per hour. You spend millions and millions. Okay, so here's the first failed spark. When you get a failed spark, just hit escape, and then whatever your conversation is on, for me it's 1, you do that. Anytime you see fail, you just give up, escape. All you lose is a little bit of energy and a little bit of time. And when you're talking like min-max, at the very high ends of PvP, you know, deck weapon is like 1 trillion silver for only 2 AP in total. So getting 3 AP for such little effort is actually kind of big. I didn't realize this until yesterday while I was streaming. Leduc shared this tip with me. He learned it from Byrog, and I just wanted to share it with you guys, because the more people that do this, the more that these will sell on the marketplace. Let's say you're completely new and you basically just done the quest in Velia and you got your Velia node to level 20. You can basically do this pretty much. If you have an equipment tailor coupon, you get like 15% from the outfit as well. Very easy. So here's one time where I failed. It gave me the fail. You could try failing. I think there's like 1 NPC here that has like a fail rate, like this one. But if you're just spamming stuff and you're like kind of you know, not really engaged, it shouldn't really matter. So you can like do what I just did there and try to find it, but most of the time it's not worth the time investment. You kind of just want to spam this. So however long this video is going to be how long it took me to get 100, and technically you need 12 per hour. So 12 times 8 is what, 96. So this is like 8 hours worth of 3 AP on top of whatever you're doing. So 3 additional AP in PvE, 3 additional AP in PvP, and it's for 5 minutes. So if in PvP, especially if you die a lot, this is just great, because if I don't die a lot, but some, you know, glass cannon builds probably die more frequently than like the Harmony timer. So 5 minutes might actually be a better rate. So I got the fail there. I'm not gonna try. It's just the second one. I'll look for whatever her name is, if it's like the third one sometimes. Okay, so this is the second one again. So sometimes you're gonna fail. You're gonna get the fail requirement. Most of the time, again, I would just skip it and go next, essentially. Just like when you get an AOS game where you got like a troll on your team, and the enemy team's got like all the tryhard people. It's just better to just go next. Here, I'm not gonna go next. It's round 5, right? I have this one person that I know can fail, and so then instead of giving up here, I know I can fail the spark interest once. Nice. So if it's round 5, sure, I'll do that. How many are we at right now? We're at 85. Okay, a little bit more. Oh, that's a fail. That's a gain. All right. So just got to quickly identify if it's a fail. If it's anything else, you're basically good to go. And one of the reasons why you want to buy after you gain 500 Amity to unlock the shop is the more Amity you have, I think the more energy it takes to talk to the NPC. So we got lucky there. This is going to be an easy 10 plus AP elixirs. And this basically costs no money. If you're like me, you have a bunch of alts out here in Velia. So I'm gonna do one more. I think we're close to 100, but not quite. Fail. So anytime you get a fail, unless it's like the third round, best of 5, you don't want to like care too much. All right, so if I get a fail on the next one, if it's above 5, I'm not doing it. If it's 1, then I'll do it. All right, so it's fine. So this is going to be the conclusion of the video. You can do this for ranged AP, magic AP. You can do this for damage reduction for PvP and all the different things. All you got to do is, I would recommend having the costume. That's pretty nice. I recommend having the improved elixir of Amity. I recommend having sour pickled fish. All of these buffs stack apparently according to the buff bar. And look, I got 110 of these. You know, 12 times 10 is like 120. So it's I got about like 12 hours, maybe a little bit less than 12 hours worth of AP enhancers. These, you can select this on the other. So it's not showing up here, but if I were to put one in here, you can see you can select it on top of your courage, right? You'll be able to select it and then be able to pop it, essentially. So it's really nice, very easy to do. Something didn't realize, but it's a nice min-max to PvE PvP. If you're looking at the AP house buff, you have like 11 AP house buff, and then you have the 15 AP house buff. It essentially brings you up to like 14 AP per hour or 18 AP per hour, whichever one you use. So you should definitely do this if you want to min-max. It doesn't take too much effort, and if you're like me, you have a bunch of alts in Velia, pick one to be your Amity shop guy, and very easy. Just make sure you look out for any failed conversations, and you basically are good. I'll do it one more time, so we can get like 120. Right. So if I get a fail one time on this third rounder, I'll talk to Caroline or whatever. No, we got to talk freely, easy. So yeah, this is a hack that I didn't know about. Thank you, Leduc, who learned it from Byrog. Appreciate y'all. Spreading the knowledge is great because that means more people will have access to this, and more people will sell it on the central marketplace for you to buy. Ultimately, it barely costs anything other than a little bit of time, a little bit of investment. Anyways, this has been Travis, aka Travesty. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, wherever you're from, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.